We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I am your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS, and we're continuing with our Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. It has been a long time, guys and gals. I have so many open things that I just always want to get back to, and I just haven't had the chance, so I'm trying to come back and circle back to some stuff. I definitely want to continue on and keep playing. I also want to get back to the first game, and I want to beat like the whole series from one to the next to the next. I know there's a fourth that's announced, and it's going to be releasing relatively soon. It's like next year, but like there's a lot to get through, a lot to play. I don't know how I'm going to get through all of it, but I'd love to be caught up with the series and just be able to like knock these out, you know, one after the other. So what I think I'll do is I'll probably play occasionally 3. I'll focus a little bit more heavily on number 1. Might be how I go about this. I honestly vaguely remember what's going on right now, so my apologies if things get a little bit weird. Like I've come back to quite a few things as of late, so it is what it is. We'll see how it plays. Oh, I heard a sword. Alright, so Reen is now the teacher of class 7, is it? And we have a whole new stock of students, though one of them is someone that we already know. And everybody seems to hate each other. And it's almost an exact recap of what happened in the first game. Kind of how the Reen got and the girl got kind of in trouble with each other with the falling and the landing and the cushioning and you know. All right, Yuna.
We said we'd walk to school together, and she just up and leaves while I'm still asleep. Dad, Mom, Ken, and Nana.
And giant cat person makes 3?
Wish me luck.
5? 6? I don't
I'm
know.
gonna give it my all.
Yeah, you tell him, Yuna. What was that?
I won't lose to any of these Imperials.
Sure.
Yeah. Strike.
Yeah, you tell him, buddy. What's up, Kurt? He just spawned that
Not bad.
cloth out of his...
I simply need more experience.
Okay.
Despite all the battles we went through yesterday, he was never short of breath.
Good old Reen.
The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school. It's impressive to be sure, but nothing compared to what Father Mueller and Uncle Zex can do.
Sure.
I suppose the Ashen Chevalier simply relies on the power of his divine knight.
Well, if you say so. Fear the Ashen Chevalier.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Good morning.
Awkward! Did you guys attain the Saint Awkward class, huh? Did you?
Good morning, Yuna. I take it you're headed out as well?
Yeah. Are you all done with your training?
Oh,
It's
yes.
pretty impressive how you do all that every single day.
Well, you know. Kind of a big deal.
Well, it's something I've been doing from a very young age, so it's just part of my morning routine.
Wish I had that energy in the morning.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about before.
Sorry?
Huh?
You know, when I slapped you.
Oh, yes.
I know it wasn't your fault, and I shouldn't have gotten so angry. It was childish of me.
True.
Ah, that. I'd like to apologize too. But have you been wanting to say that for the past 2 weeks? Considering how much you dislike Erebonians, it's very thoughtful of you.
I don't dislike the people here. Yeah, I've got my problems with the country, but this is between people. When I mess up, I make sure I apologize.
That's a good plan.
Especially considering what I said about your swords. I mean, you practice every day, and...
Ah, right.
Very.
And they'll be way more useful than a couple of weapons as old as the Great Collapse.
Heh.
Don't worry about that. Besides, like I said, my training is just part of my morning routine.
Indeed.
Out of curiosity, is everyone from Crossbell like you?
Well.
Huh? Like me, how?
Oh boy.
Oh, I don't mean to offend. Very straightforward and good-hearted. Probably the type to be easily tricked.
Uh-oh. That didn't sound...
Hey! Wanna run that by me again?
Oh boy.
Like I said, I don't mean to offend. I'm glad to have a classmate like you whom I can trust. Though I don't know if I can trust your skills just yet.
Hmm.
You're a real piece of work. Well, let's start over. Glad to be your classmate, Kurt.
Uh-huh.
Hello, you two. Good morning.
Sup?
Altina? I thought you left for school already.
I received a routine status call early this morning. I didn't want to wake you, so I took it in the study room. If I disturbed you as I was leaving, I apologize.
No, I was out like a light. But wait, what do you mean, routine status call?
Sorry, that is confidential.
Well, in any event, it's nearly time to head to class. We're all in the same class anyway, so why don't we walk together?
Sure.
I do not mind, but I believe the correct term for my presence would be a third wheel.
Awkward.
Judging by what I've seen, your relationship has progressed.
Our relationship?
I like this.
What? No, that's not what's going on.
She certainly words things in a
Distinct way, indeed. Well, socially awkward class, ladies and gentlemen. It is there for all to see.
Leaves is such a nice place. I can't get enough of this homey atmosphere. It's so peaceful and laid back. And it's got some great shops.
Agreed. It's a good halfway point between rural and urban. We're just the right distance away from Heimdall.
The previous owners of this land were a noble family. After they lost ownership of it, the government attempted to convert it into a resort. However, that plan fell through. It's said the half-finished buildings from that were used to create the campus.
Well, you sure do know a lot.
I suppose that explains why the branch campus is so large.
Indeed.
All that aside, I didn't think the Empire's military academies would be this tough. I get combat training and practical exams, but math, history, even art?
Well, I mean...
Isn't this workload way beyond what you'd have at a regular high school?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, here in Erebonia, the pen and the sword are both held in high regard.
It's fair.
Especially at Thor's. It's a prestigious traditional school founded by our most notable emperor. That legacy won't change simply because this is a branch campus.
However, it seems the main campus has changed significantly this year.
Oh, yeah?
Ah, yes.
How so?
Huh? I don't get what you guys are talking about, but looks like we're gonna have to give it 110% here.
Indeed.
Let's kick all the other classes' butts.
Well, if you say so. However, most of our lessons are held with the other two classes anyway.
Homeroom is the only one we have without them.
Well, that's awkward.
Oh, right. I guess it makes sense given the small number of students, but that means class 7.
Well, well. If it ain't the chosen ones strutting off to class together.
Yeah, you know how we do. Sup?
You're...
I think he's in class 8.
Good morning. Is there something we can help you with?
Nope, not a thing. Just wanted to get a little peek at the class taught by the hero of Erebonia. Class 7, huh? I'm sure the view is just great from up on that pedestal of yours.
Sorry to disappoint, but we're being treated the same as any other students.
Yeah, it's not like things are going to be different for us just because our instructor's famous.
Oh yeah? Then why'd they go out of their way to make such a small class?
Huh?
A little kid who's clearly too young to be here. Some rich pretty boy with fancy hair.
Oh, you like my hair?
And a loud, unruly foreigner from some sob story country.
Oh, God.
Oops. My bad. Not a foreigner anymore, huh?
All right, we understand. You're a tough guy,
Is he, though?
but that's quite enough. If you have more to say, I'd be happy to talk with you further. After school.
Not bad. You've got more spine than I gave you credit for. But the one I've got business with is...
I'm so happy to see everyone getting along.
Creepy. Ah, yes.
Oh, she's from Class 9, Military Finance.
Hello.
Good morning to you all. The weather is just splendid, isn't it? But if you spend too much
Absolutely.
time out here chatting, the bell will ring before you know it.
True.
You all done messing with us?
Me? I'm not here to mess with you.
Mhm.
Well then, see you around.
Bye. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you.
I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you again for the classes we have together.
Bye, green-haired girl. Appreciate you.
What's that blonde guy's problem?
He's a blonde guy. I mean, I think that in and of itself... No, I'm kidding.
I can't believe they let some punk like him into a military academy.
Eh,
He obviously had some issue with those of us in Class 7.
Just jealous.
Not us, exactly, but...
Oh, shoot!
We better hurry, or we'll be late to homeroom.
You're right. Let's get moving.
Hustle!
Whew. Hard to believe it's been 2 weeks already.
So, never mind.
It warms my heart to see all the
So,
students trying their best. The classwork here is much more difficult than at the main campus, so I'm sure it's tough on them.
Yeah. Then on top of that, training exercises were added onto their curriculum. We didn't have anything like that at the main campus, Thor's branch campus. I think I'm starting to understand what the government's trying to do here.
Oh, but I don't think that's the only reason for this place. In keeping with Thor's tradition, we'll also have those days to look forward to.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a relief for them. I'll tell my students about them after school, alongside the club announcement.
Got it. Thanks for taking care of that.
Appreciate you.
Well then, Instructor Reen, let's give it our all today.
Sure.
Likewise, Instructor Toa.
So, alright, Instructor Ween, let's give him a Chapter 1, Reunion. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Because I am. I am very ready. I really like these. I mean, it's very story heavy, but the combats... The only thing I don't like about the combat is the inability to move and attack in the same turn. I think that kind of limits and hinders your tactical edge, but it forces you to make a choice whether you want to move or
Is
attack.
the formula. You will need it when calculating trajectory. Make sure you commit it to memory.
I'm going to try hitting a button for auto. Okay, I think we got it. Second period, political economics.
This is known as Gross Domestic Product, or GDP for short. By the way, the GDP of the Empire of Erebonia rose 42% last year compared to 2 years ago.
That's a lot. Period 3, I assume. Field training. Nice.
Today's task is walking. Sounds
What?
easy, right? Well, let me tell you, it won't be. We'll
What?
be marching, so I need to see
Oh.
perfect posture and formation while armed. Even combat tactics got worn out by this.
Today's lesson, walking. Wait, what? Sounds easy, but it won't be. Alright, Erebonian history, period 4, with Reen.
The War of the Lions. Said to be the largest turning point in the history of the Empire. The end of this war brought us to our modern era. Today, we'll be looking into the events leading up to the war that caused it to develop the way it did.
The way he explains it, it's actually pretty easy to understand.
That's why is that upsetting?
An interesting perspective.
Oh, I see. I'm actually learning a lot.
Well, good for you, blonde-haired girl.
He's so dashing.
Mm-hmm. There's usually 6 periods in school, at least from where I'm from. Looks like that's it for today. How'd you guys hold up? Tired. I was prepared for the coursework to be difficult, but even so... Are you just piling more work on us just as we're getting used to the old pace? No, not yet, but I may end up needing to do just that. The curriculum here at the branch campus is pretty diverse. It'd probably be a good idea to prepare yourselves for even more work down the road. If only there weren't so many lectures. Energy consumption greater than expected. Sheesh. Tomorrow is a free day, is it not? That's right. In fact, I was just about to explain. Oh, right, the entrance guide mentioned that, didn't it? How is it different than a normal day off? Think of free days as normal school days, but without any classes. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no, totally get it. Don't. On free days, you can study, train, or pursue one of your hobbies. If you get permission beforehand, you can even go visit Heimdallr for the day. Wow, that's a lot more freedom than I expected. I figured it was going to be some rest day with a ton of rules and restrictions. That doesn't sound too bad, though. Well, it's just one of the things that makes Thors, I suppose. However, though you're generally free to choose what you do, there is one mandatory task tomorrow. You'll need to choose a club to join. Oh yeah, that's a thing in this series, isn't it? Really? A club? I hadn't thought there would be clubs at a school that was only just founded. That was a requirement from the principal herself. She said as long as we're using the Thor's name, student clubs are a must. You'll be allowed to apply for a club as long as you have at least 2 members. We'll also see about getting your club the proper equipment. Oh, and any students who don't join a club will be put on the student council, where they'll work directly under the principal. That sounds dangerous. What is with this place? Everyone here is too over the top. So we're being forced to choose, then. And we have until tomorrow, correct? Right, I recommend you start thinking about it after school today. If you need advice, feel free to talk with any of the faculty members. Remember, we're here to help you. Understood. I'd prefer just having you assign me a club. Also regarding the new course at the end of the week. Oh, what? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Panzer Soldat training? That's right. The training units have arrived at the hangar. You'll be joining the combat tactics students for basic maneuvering lessons. After that, we'll discuss the special lessons, the first of which will take place this weekend. The special lessons? Well, I was curious about those. There's likely no point in us asking about them now, is there? Sorry, but not even us instructors have been filled in on it. Anyway, focus on tomorrow for now. Think of it as a day to spread your wings and lift your spirits. That concludes homeroom. Can I have you lead the class here, Altina? Understood. Well, homeroom...
Bow.
Homeroom's is randomly at the end of the day? School building, first floor instructor's room. Well, tomorrow's the free day. It is essentially a free day for us faculty members as well. However, I'd like you all to join a briefing at 3 p.m. A briefing? It's starting to sound real military in here all of a sudden. Is it perhaps about That's correct. The special lessons that will be held next weekend, excuse me. See. That's the only info we're getting for now, huh? Well, if it's this top secret, I'm guessing it's got to be bigger than even Panzer Soldat training. All of the students will be joining in for these lessons, correct? Correct. Without exception, all students and teachers from classes 7 through 9 will participate. Please report at 3 p.m. tomorrow to the tactical conference room in the main building. That is all for now. Alright, hasta luego. Appreciate you. Sheesh. He's the picture-perfect model of a hard-ass RMP guy. That's for sure. The way I hear it, things are only going to get more army-flavored around here. Yeah. That seems that way to me, too. That keep place, the Panzer Soldats, and that freight train. For a branch campus, this place is far too well equipped to be just some throwaway pawn. I was going to say plan, but that's not it. Yeah, that's true. I know the main campus was renovated as well, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear that just as much Mira was spent here. What bothers me, though, is where is it all coming from? And if they're dropping that much cash here, what are they expecting in return from us? Man, what have I gotten myself into? Get me out of this crazy place. Instructor Randolph. Well, I mean, we can't really stop you from leaving, but... come on. Come on now, I'm just kidding around. It's not like I'm going to just drop my responsibilities like that. Besides, the kids in the combat tactics seem like they're going to be a fun group to work with. Anyway, I think I'll head out now. Let's both check up on the kids and see if they need help with their big club decision. Yeah, I got it. Alright, we'll see you later. The door just opened for him. It's cool. I can't help but feel like there's a wall between us. There is. He just left. He went on the other side of the door. There's a wall. It's fine. Really, I don't get that impression. He's easy to talk with, and he seems to care for his students. No, he's definitely a great instructor. It's just... Well, a year ago, I fought against one of his comrades. So I don't imagine he's got a very high opinion of me. And honestly, I can't really blame him. Reen. Anyway, I'll go check in on the students and head back to the dorm for the day. I'm sure picking a club on such short notice isn't going to be easy for them. Yeah, that's a good point. I said it before, but let's both keep doing our best. Yeah, you tell them. Wonder why those lines weren't voice acted. They should have been. Now then, school's done for the day. It's got a different feeling to it than when I was a student. Kind of refreshing. Maybe I'll walk around the campus to get a feel for it. I can chat with some of the students while I'm at it. And if they got any problems or need advice, maybe I can help them out. I should also talk with the principal about other faculty members. You can now view the Character tab in your notebook. Sweet. The Character tab lets you read profiles and additional information on certain characters that you've met. Additional information can be added to their profile through specific conversations, events, etc. The Quick Travel menu is also now available. Open the Quick Travel menu with the square button and select a location you visited before to instantly return there. The Quick Travel menu will also display the locations of key events and your comrades. Quick Travel menu. Press square to access the Quick Travel menu and move wherever you want. Locations you visited will appear in the Quick Travel menu. Key locations, character locations, and more. The power is yours. Event markers. Occasionally you will see event markers displayed on characters' places. These will show that an event will take place here. Field screen, key event, quest event, bonding event, other event, minimap screen, expanded minimap screen. Alright. That's a lot of information. Oh my goodness, look at all the stuff that's happening. Well, that is a lot. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what I think is going to happen. I can't promise because stuff is always in flux. Things are always happening, coming up, leaving, all that stuff. But what I think is going to go down, I think how we're going to do this is, I said I will semi-occasionally pop back in here and play the third game, so this game, and kind of continue it and enjoy it and play it. I'm going to prepare to play the fourth one when it is out. I'm going to try to stick with it, get through the entire thing. But in the meantime, I'm going to start back on the first game. And we're going to play through that hopefully before the fourth game drops. And if there's time before the fourth game drops, after the first game's done, I will pick up the second game. I actually still don't have it.
Okay.
They did switch publishers from, was it Xseed and Marvelous to NIS America. And Xseed and Marvelous, hit or miss. Every once in a while they'll work with me, but for the most part they don't. Whereas NIS America works with me with almost anything that I request from them. So a lot easier for me to get my hands on stuff. So anyway, we'll look into getting the second game. We'll start that, play through it. I'd like to play through the whole series. It looks like a lot of fun, very story-based and heavy and whatnot, but I'm okay with that. That's fine. Anyway, folks, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'm going to be coming back to a lot of stuff, circling back and trying to do some things that kind of fell through the cracks that I really want to play and continue and enjoy. So if you see some old stuff coming back, that's why. All right, folks, till the very next episode, I have been your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and always remember, we play, we fight, we conquer.